Hello guys, how are you? My name is Gustavo and I made a previous video talking that I'm a failure at 24 years old and for me this is not wrong. I'm a failure especially because I tried and I need to tell in this video what I tried to do in my life, what was my biggest mistakes and a lot of other things especially. So let's start. Uh, my but I also need to tell you where I made good things for myself, and I will tell you right now. The first thing was about the technical course. I started a technical course with an IT tech, an IT with information technology, and I can tell you that the options available were company management, which includes human resources, accountability, and a lot of other things. Uh, the course to work as with electricity and the course to work as a mechanic and information technology especially having to work as a secretary. Those six options. And also visual communication, which is visual design. For me, the best options were company management, maybe um, visual communication, and also information technology. For me, the best option ever. So, for me, I've made the right choice by making this technical course. And also, I need to tell you about the second thing that I've made in my life. The second thing was about doing technical courses with enterprise management, and I can tell you that this course, especially, wasn't such a good course as the other, but it was a good course also. And I learned too much about economy, about a lot of other concepts, investments, and I've made some friends, which was very important for me. And for me, it was a right choice. And this, the second thing for me, the first mistake was not the first mistake, but the second thing, the third thing, and another right choice was to start the university, and I was graduating by development and system analysis, which was very important for me. I decided that I needed to become a programmer, especially a web programmer, an API programmer, and it was such a good decision for me. Uh, the second, the third thing, and maybe the first mistake for me was in the job market. I found a job, and in my second year as a programmer, and as I said, I took this job for granted because not because I didn't push it myself harder. I pushed myself so much harder, but with my mentality nowadays, I can tell you that I would stay at this job at least for a while, at least for a little bit more, like a year or something like this, just to find another job. And the second thing was about my yeah. The first thing was about my second job, and also I took this literally. I took it for granted. I was a I was a programmer in an enterprise, and I can tell you that I just made what I was asked for. I wasn't capable of programming too much because I had a legacy system and it was very complex for me. I just tried harder to create an environment and a lot of other things, especially I spent something like 1 or 2 months and it was very hard for me especially. But with my mentality nowadays I would stay at this job, but as I said I was fired from this job, but be, I would stay because I would push myself harder. And the third thing was about a job opportunity that I rejected because of the contract itself. So right now I'm working as a mason, and the first thing was about sixth thing for me was about a job that I work at. Young learner in Brazil will have those those positions, and I learned a lot about IT and about what IT analysts do. So it was also a very important experience. I stayed a little longer in this job, and right now I didn't have another opportunity as a programmer, but also I'm doing for myself. I'm doing a job as a museum helper, and right now I'm doing my best to improve not only as a programmer but as a professional. And I can tell you that I have to tell you about some other mistakes that I've made, especially in 2021. I was trying to create a drop shipping store, and it was such an important experience for me, but this is literally a mistake for me because I can tell you that I took this opportunity for granted because I didn't push it myself harder. Maybe watching some videos from YouTube, um, also searching for in Google how to create a drop shipping store, and also how to make a profit, how to make a living with this. So the problem itself is to start something and not finishing it. So yes, this was such a bad mistake for me and cost it very high for me. The second mistake was about my YouTube channel. I didn't have the abil- ability to think like I'm thinking right now. I didn't have the ability to think, oh man, I should do this instead of this. So I was just recording some videos from YouTube. I was pushing myself so much harder. All of those years, especially from 2019 to 2025, was was some years that I pushed myself very hard. So, but also I wasn't capable of changing my strategy, changing my YouTube calendar, etc., and a lot of other things. So I pushed myself harder also, but I wasn't capable of doing what I had to do. Right now, I'm starting a digital business, especially starting software as a service, and I can tell you that right now I'm putting a lot of effort, but I'm trying to be strategic, especially with marketing. So, the biggest mistakes that I had in my life by those times was first, I started a lot of things, and I didn't finish it either. I didn't finish it. I have to tell you that you should choose a thing in your life, maybe a digital business, maybe another things in maybe you should do it until it totally goes wrong, like you just ran out of money, or until you make a success, until you make a profit, until you would be capable of make a living. The second thing for me was to starting too much things at the same time. In 2021, I was doing a lot of things, especially I was doing my job, but also I was doing a lot of things like the college, but also I was doing this job as drop shipping store. Maybe you should just save some money for you and maybe starting it in the weekends, not just to make the right things, but also to not stay so stressed, stay so tired. And the third thing for me is to change your strategy. Maybe it was the worst thing that I made in my YouTube channel. Didn't have so much good strategies. I wasn't developed, and I wasn't capable of changing my strategies, etc. The fourth thing is to you should invest almost all of your money or at least half of your money, especially when you're young, when you still have your parents, because I've made this and it was such a good decision for me, but also I need to tell you that you won't have your parents forever, and sometimes the only way to develop yourself is to invest in yourself and invest and to save some money, especially as an emergency fund, but also Bitcoin, also in some investments. And I think that it's all, guys. If you like this video, please type the like button below and also subscribe to my channel. I will change maybe the name of this channel, maybe some other things. And I think that it's all, guys. I really think that it's all.